the halls, the open spaces, and
big off.
The
big
action
off.
there. That's what we were talking about at the start of the session, is the risk of making a small mistake that leads to a big one. Pato O'Ward, once he hit the grass,
That's
it
huge.
took off on him.
He said lost the rear. Same exact place as we saw Rinus VK. The difference, Rinus going all the way around by catching the slide. O'Ward put himself offline and then onto the grass, which you mentioned at the top, T-Bell. Once you're on that grass, you are an absolute passenger.
Yeah, there was a lot of speed being carried there into the barrier. Red flag out on track naturally. Pato looks to be okay. Let's get a replay here.
You see him get off the brake to try to get through and try to stop getting all the way to the wall. But yeah, just that correction and catching it.
That really looked like maybe he went out on sticker blacks there, because, boy, the lateral loading was minimal. What do you see, James, on lap count?
Yeah, it does look like those were a new set of tires, only second lap on them. And it's the way that that wall curves back in towards the racetrack. It's caught out a lot of drivers. I remember a few years ago, Alex Rossi had one there, nearly broke the car in half. It can be such a big impact. That's a fast corner. It's a lot faster than it looks because of the banking. And look at how fast the steering wheel spins around. This is why you see drivers in the IndyCar Series release their hands off the wheel before they go into a wall. You hang on to it as long as you possibly can, but when you know it's inevitable you're making contact, you get your hands off the wheel and avoid wrist, thumb, finger injuries.
Look at it.
Like bubble gum.
James,
Oh, my
fine.
word.
That's what I'm telling you.
That is unreal.
You know what? Full credit to Mr. George Barber and his staff here for investing in very forgiving barriers. I can't believe that front wing, it looks like it might be cracked on the right front main plane, but still,
That's incredible.
not a lot of damage.
You'll be changing the wing, but the fact that the suspension looks, I mean, it looks straight from everything we can see on that picture. You obviously can't see every piece of the suspension there, but he may have gotten away with it.
That was a monstrous impact.
It was.
And for that little damage, I am shocked with that.
The other thing to be concerned about, of course, is the steering rack, because we saw how aggressively the wheel spun. It would have
hammered
stopped.
lock to lock.
Exactly right. It would have stopped very abruptly.
That's
Look at these guys.
That's a look of relief from the 5 crew.
They would have heard the radio call from Pato saying, yeah, it feels pretty straight.
They're like,
a little bit, but I can drive about the bit.
a little bent.
Yeah, it's scraping the right front of that wing
And some
along the
smoke.
floor. I think that's coming off the.
Tire rub, maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully not the drivetrain.
Well, he is going to get a 5-minute hold for causing the red, but that's fine. It's going to take more than 5 minutes to give that right front corner a proper once-over, make any repairs that need to be made. But
I don't know that I would do this, actually. I think I would have taken the tow truck ride and saved that right front tire from any damage.
Well, a big impact for Pato O'Ward here, but incredible strength of these cars, incredible protection around this circuit means he's got going again.